What's up, everybody? Justin Millay here, and I wanted to get on because there was a massive announcement on Monday. The big blue company, also known as Zillow, announced that they are eliminating their iBuyer program. Let's dive into it. All right, guys. So Zillow just announced on Monday that they are ending their iBuying program. So let's go ahead and break this down. So they have currently an inventory of around roughly 7,000 homes that they have to get rid of, right? And they are laying off 25% of their workforce, roughly 2,000 people, due to this iBuying program kind of fiasco. So as we get into this, here are some of the thoughts from their CEO based upon the reasoning behind the elimination of the iBuying program. So essentially what the CEO said was that the predictability of the market was just too much of a risk for the iBuying program. Something that us as agents and realtors have been saying for a long time when it comes to these iBuying programs. So Zillow was essentially trying to manipulate the market by buying homes, waiting, trying to make sure the market fluctuates up, right, based upon data that we all know is sometimes inaccurate, especially there's estimates, right, especially in non-disclosure states where states and sellers do not have to report the sales price of homes, right? They are using that data or guesstimating, right, what the cost and potential sale of a home is to make these market decisions. Obviously, they're learning a valuable lesson in real estate, and that is every market is different, and there are even micro markets within some of these massive markets. So basically, the CEO just said, we have determined that being an iBuyer was just too risky, too volatile, and ultimately addressed too few of customers. He goes on to say that basically they are also, what they're trying to do is, they are working within the same confines that all other buyers, sellers, realtors, and everyone else in the industry is working on. And that is, they are dealing with a labor supply constrained economy, along with constraints in construction, renovation, and closing spaces, especially in a super competitive real estate market. So they have not been exempt from any of these capacity issues, right? And they are now operating on a major backlog for renovations and closings, right? So time on market, all these things are costing the company money, right? Also, they go into a few other things about essentially kind of what led to this ultimate decision with Zillow reducing their iBuyer program. And that was they determined that the unpredictability in forecasting home prices far exceeds what Zillow had anticipated. This is coming from the Zillow CEO, Rich Barton. And it continued to say, continuing to scale Zillow offers would result in too much earnings and balance sheet volatility, right? So us as realtors have been saying that Zillow has been overpaying for homes and using their data and analytics, right? And basically trying to impact the market. And we were saying this was going to have a not good impact, right? And a potential loss of revenue. So I work in the Alaska market, and just our market changes almost weekly. So just sometimes it takes that data 1 to 2 to 3 months to become available, right? By that time, our market has shifted yet again, right? So it's important for basically a consumer to pick someone who understands that market and what is happening right then, not using data that is several months old. So obviously this is a huge lesson. This obviously plays into the fact that understanding local markets, and even with how much data you have, it's still difficult to price and make and flip homes in this market. So that is kind of what what has happened recently. That was the big Zillow announcement. Guys, drop me a comment with what you think. Give me a like, give me a share, and we'll see you guys in the next one.